Hey! Welcome back to another episode of WarpedJester's Shitty Moto Vlog. I'm your host, WarpedJester. Glad to see you back again. And just wanted to kind of take a nice chill ride home today. A little late out of work this evening. Had some last minute stuff that came up at work, had to take care of. So I wanted to get taken care of. But it's nice because the perk is you get to enjoy a hopefully less busy time going home. Normally I'm off at 6. Now it's a bit after 7, so a little less traffic on the road. I don't get a lot of traffic to deal with. You guys know that if you watched any of my other episodes. But nevertheless, it's kind of nice we don't have a bunch of people in front of you. I can kind of cool along and chit chat. Guys, there's a whole lot of things I want to talk about, and I'm trying to pick one topic to go off about, and I'll be honest with you, some of them are kind of, I don't know, talked out in a way, but I still think I want to get my 2 bits in on them. Golly, I'm skipping through a few ideas. I'm trying to figure which one I want to run with here. So let's talk about the moto vlog scene, and more so over the aspect of people who do moto vlogs. I myself included. You know, we're the average Joes out there. We get on a bike, we go out, we talk. It's not exactly a difficult conversation or difficult thing to do. If you buy a camera, hell, I've got a $25 one. You can pretty much do it. Now, granted, at $25 and no mic, you're gonna get the oh so shitty quality that I've got. But hey, you know, signature value, right? Signature element to my vlogs here is having shit quality. Hello, Subaru. I'm not fond of the Subarus. That's actually a really nice color. Anyways, but I just recently joined a Discord for moto vloggers, and it's a really great community. I actually found it through Dork in the Road, another moto vlogger that's coming up in the world. Which, by the way, F all fucking funny. Definitely look for Dork in the Road because he's fun to listen to. Matter of fact, for that matter, look up Dork in the Road Moto vlog, as in like lawn mow type moto vlog. Really fucking funny. If you enjoy moto vlogs, then you'll get a real kick out of that one. Anyways, so you know what's it take to be a moto vlogger? Nothing. It takes a camera. Hello, right here. It really does not take anything. Now, what does it take to be a quality moto vlogger? Well, I may not be qualified to really answer this question, but I'm going to give it a shot anyway. First of all, interesting content. Duh. Hello. The thing about motovlogging is the cadence, the personality of the person, how you go about it, and I kind of dice motovlogs into a couple categories. One is the fast cut motovlogs. These are the guys that I have no idea how long they spend talking at a camera, but they'll put in, you know, anywhere from a 5 to a 15-minute vlog of those quick cut, to keep the conversation moving forward kind of thing. Hello, Hummingbird. You got nailed. I guess I was squidding on a big bike. And the reason why I define these guys as a very particular type of motovlog is they tend to do really good at keeping the cadence, keeping things moving by doing those tight cuts. And in some cases, those are great. They oftentimes they have a certain personality to them, and for people who are kind of let's say short attention spans, this type of thing is great because it allows people to kind of stay connected. And apparently there's a cop up ahead with flashing headlights. Let's find out. Well, Bob, Is there a cop at the top of this hill? Well, we saw a motorcycle down there. And we've got people pull out right here. Sorry for the sidetrack, but I always find this hilarious because you get a lot of these people doing this. Hey. Cops are good guys. I will admit I'm not a real big fan of sitting on the side of the road. I'd rather see them out there doing something. But the fact of the matter is, they're out there doing their job and risking their lives every day. So I don't give them a lot of shit. Yeah, I really like to see that guy out on the road, not just sitting there trying to peg somebody, but, you know, what are you gonna do? Anyways, so the guys who have that fast clip cutting, I have appreciation for that type of personality when it comes to how their videos flow. A lot of people are into that. I appreciate it. I appreciate the value of it. As a person who will record these moto vlogs and do the editing for it, that's a lot of extra work. So I give them extra props for that. I'm a little bit on the lazy side, I will admit. So I try to keep my vlogs interesting without having to do too much cutting. Now, granted, like, this is a great example. If I'm getting sidetracked with the cops and, you know, letting people know there's a cop up ahead and doing the right thing and all that. Basically what it boils down to is I try to keep things flowing, but I'm the other type of moto vlogger in that I am I'll say it a flow format or long format vlogger. I tend to try to do everything in one cut, get my ideas expressed, and kind of move forward with it. Is that a better way? Is that a worse way? It really is a matter of opinion, to be quite honest with you. You know, people have different personalities about them. I think the bigger and more important thing is when it comes to doing a moto vlog. First things first, your personality is everything, and I mean everything. The way you come off, the way you talk, what you talk about, you know, has some relevance. But the way you act, that's the important thing beyond all else. And when it comes down to it, I know it's going to sound kind of silly here, but when it comes down to it, you can talk about a lovely steamy pile of cow dung, and if you're entertaining, it really doesn't fucking matter. People are going to watch, they're going to enjoy themselves. What's up, brother? And people are going to be entertained. Again, you know, people like a dork in the road, for example. He could be just out riding with friends, exploring trails, not really having a topic of any sort, just being out there. But he's entertaining. His commentary, his humor, and chat and witter are fun. And I enjoy watching them. So that's a really good example of, regardless of what format you are, it really is about the personality. Now, that said, there is certainly nothing wrong with finding a good, valid, interesting topic that may be interesting to people. But again, it's a lot easier to talk up a turd if you have charisma than it is to you know, sell a fine wine when you're an absolute snore. But the one thing that makes it a lot easier is having a passion for what you're talking about. You know, I would rather sit here and talk to you guys about things I enjoy, like moto vlogging, for example. I enjoy watching it. I enjoy doing it. I don't pretend to be any good at it. I don't pretend to make this my career goal. I'm not gonna have any fanciful dreams that I'm gonna quit my day job and feed my family on this moto vlog. It's not gonna happen. But I enjoy it. I have a passion for it. I care about it. And for me, I'm a socialite. I love talking to people. And since I have a commute like this, which I very much enjoy, it's a great way to kill time. It's a great way to enjoy yourself and basically just get a chance to talk to people that aren't here, so to speak. It's a weird dynamic, because I can talk now and then get responses later. It's a whole new world to me in some ways, you know? Anyways, having passion for what you're talking about is first and foremost. what you talk about will have relevance, but it's only going to have relevance as far as the demographic of people that are watching. You know, if I'm doing a vlog of a store, whether it's a moto vlog, a static vlog, whatever, if I'm talking about fish tanks, people into fish tanks are going to enjoy watching it if I'm entertaining, in that charisma aspect. The other thing too is what you're talking about. Bear in mind that some things are still, you know, controversial or can have a very opposing sides to it. And in some cases, some vlogs are perfect. Some people, because of the way the personality is, because of the way they come off, they are perfect people to basically poke badgers with spoons. They're ideal for getting into those and stirring shit, basically. People like Thunderfoot, for example, who's a scientist at heart and by degree, but does tend to take slices at people who are ignorant, either the sciences or in social aspects, like going after social justice warriors that do stupid things. Guaranteed to get a shit ton of dislikes. Guaranteed to get a lot of likes as well. But because of his personality, because of the way he is, he's perfectly suited for that. I'm not so much. I'm not really trying to stir pots, to be honest with you. I will stick my foot in it once in a while. And, you know, we all have our judgment calls. But just, you know, when it comes to asking the topics you're bringing up, if you're talking about fish tank and fish tank care, yeah, you're going to attract people who are interested in fish tanks. There's not going to be much controversy there. If you want to talk about Hillary supporters versus Trump supporters, you know as well as I do, that's cool, that is going to be a mega fucking shithole to stick a stick in and start swirling, you know? And expect it. And, you know, don't get frustrated when people start shitting on your day. You have to grow out their skin for shit like that. So, again, charisma primary, topic secondary. What's tertiary? Really and honestly, it's environment. And that really is kind of one of the cool, the hearts to moto vlogging versus sitting in my bedroom with a camera facing me. First of all, I'm pretty sure you guys won't look at my ugly ass face. This all here, this is all far more beautiful. I mean, look, you got, just look, it's gorgeous. It really is. And it's just kind of a genre of sorts. Now, typically, yes, you know, a lot of people, when they first started doing moto vlogs, they tend to be motorcycle related. Shock of shocks. But there are a lot of people who moto vlog that talk about other things. I am one of those people. If you look at my past shitty moto vlogs, I talk about Facebook controversies. I talk about, you know, voting for people. I talk about, you know, all kinds of things, including, of course, things related to motorcycles. Like my last, one of my last shitty moto vlogs was about kids riding pillion. Should they, shouldn't they, you know, that kind of thing. It really just depends on. Now, again, the environment, the fact that I'm out here doing it on my bike as opposed to being in my bedroom where I could get better audio quality with a better mic, it's just a landscape. This right here is absolutely no different than, you know, picking a different background for a standard vlog. I have a space background. I have a, you know, wall full of stuffies, whatever. This is the backdrop. It's something there for people to see while you talk. Keep it entertained. Keep it interested. The point I'm kind of getting to here, or trying to get to here, and I apologize for the rambles, is don't think that just because you can buy a camera, mount it on a helmet, and start talking that you're going to be an instant success. Understand that this format, getting on a bike and going out and riding while you talk, is nothing more than a backdrop. It's just scenery, and it has the side effect that you catch a lot of people being dumb on the road. So, you know, that's great. That's fine. But definitely understand that personality is number one, and the topics you pick are going to have a very intrinsic value to who follows you. And just keep that in mind when you're thinking about what you want to do, what you want to talk about. I personally, everything I talk about is just from the heart, from the mind. What it's interesting to me at that point, or that I have a question about and want to get feedback about, or that I have an opinion about because a lot of people have been talking about stuff. Oh, I guess you're turning. You know, blinker. Blinker, very good. Please don't kill me. You know, really and truly, I more than anything, I like to use these type of hobbies, if you will, as a means to improve myself in some way or to enjoy myself in some way. For me, like doing moto vlog here or doing a podcast, I do a gaming podcast for Ball Rocket Gaming. Just look at Ball Rocket Gaming, you'll find it. I use that as a means to help teach myself how better to talk, articulate, interact, carry myself in conversations. And these are, you know, doing kind of the human interface, social structure type skills. These are ways to help me with that, because I can talk to the camera. Even if I never post any of this, I can play it back to myself. I can see how I talk. Now, I figure what the hell, I'll put it up there. I've got thick skin. I'm not worried about people, you know, bad-mouthing me for having a shitty moto vlog. It's called a shitty moto vlog, guys. Just bear that in mind, you know? But I put it up because I figured, what the hell? We're in a world now where we're so interconnected that there are so many people out there that can now have access to this that I didn't have before. And it's bound to be one or two people out there that agree, disagree, or have some want or desire to actually have a conversation about, which is fantastic. It's what I'm looking for. Positive or negative, I enjoy a good conversation. And I enjoy the feedback. So that's my driving, my motivation to do this. For you, whatever your driving motivation is, grab onto it, utilize it, and do something fun. If you're interested in this type of thing, if you're interested in talking in front of the camera, or in this case behind the camera, do it. Cameras are cheap. Microphones are cheap. You know, it doesn't really take much to do something cheap. But understand and respect the fact that the guys out there that have a lot of followers, they put a lot of time in. They've done their dues, being small time. They've made their sacrifices. For good or ill, they've done what they need to do to get the numbers. Don't expect to put your video up and then overnight become a huge success. I mean, I'm sure it's possible, but unless you're going to invent a song or something that's as catchy as Gundam Style, you're not going to hit that overnight. Do the vlogging because you enjoy doing the vlogging, and whatever comes of it, comes of it. And be happy if it does, and don't be too depressed if it doesn't. It's just the way things are. But do enjoy it. I mean, hell, I've been doing my gaming podcast for, I don't know, a year and a half, a little more than that. And I have all of 48 subs. I might get 15 to 30 views per episode of the podcast. Yeah, not the end of the world. I'm not butthurt by it. It's just what it is. The key thing is, I still enjoy doing it. I picked up a co-host. We have a blast hanging out together doing the podcast. We've just redone it to Podcast 2.0 and having a great time with it. And the people who do watch it give us feedback. They enjoy it. And that's fine. I mean, hell, if I go and do anything, if I build a widget, if I code a simple game, if I do a vlog or a podcast, and one other person immensely enjoys it, they incorporate that into their time every day, week, whatever, because they enjoy it, that's success right there. One person enjoying it is success, guys. Please don't forget that, because in the end, yes, we all want to be rich and famous, but in the end, if you make a connection with one other person from anywhere around the world that happens to connect with you because they appreciate your charisma, appreciate your topics, and enjoy what you do, that's a win. And I will never ever scoff at that. I don't care how big or small anybody is. Really and truly, you know, whether you're a snowcat or a dumbass like me, one person makes you a winner, and that's the bottom line. So take hold of that, guys, because it really is. I know it's a little bit cheesy, but it really is. You know, I'm not doing this to be famous, so I can say that. Anyways, I have rambled on long enough. Bottom line, if you're intrigued by this kind of thing, do it. Don't make excuses. Figure out how to do it cheap. If you buy a cheap-ass camera like me, and you really get into it, and you're thinking, God, the video and audio quality of this sucks, then upgrade. Take your time. Buy cheap. Get into it. Start doing it to make sure something you want to do. And if it is, then go ahead and invest in it. Because at that point, as long as you're enjoying it, it's worth investing in. Start out there. Go anywhere. Alright, guys. I'd love to get your thoughts and feedbacks. As always, please feel free to write in the asphalt below. And let me know what you think. Give me your thoughts and specs about this kind of aspect, this kind of topic. And let me know anything that you want me to talk about. Because I'm always happy to preemptively respond, so to speak, to anything you guys want to say. I appreciate getting a chance to talk to you guys. And I'll try to remember to put that new Discord for motovloggers in my show notes so you guys can find it. It's a great community so far. I've only been there for all of a day, but I'm already having a ton of fun talking to a lot of people, getting a lot of input. It's fantastic. So if you're into that kind of thing, this is the place for you. Alright guys, I'm out of here. Ride safe.